He can't boost mobile on these niggas. He can't boost mobile. Any nigga want nigga cash. And Tone shot it. With cash. Any want it, we on all. Yeah, cash.
I'm coming. Big money Bandgang, nigga. Rip dots, nigga. You know what it is.
What happens when two of Detroit's most notorious rap crews turn their lyrical battles into real-life warfare violence? This is the story of Cashgang versus Bandgang, a feud that shook the streets and the music scene. The most explosive beefs in Detroit's history. Cashgang versus Bandgang. But before we get into the chaos, what do you think causes these rap feuds to escalate so violently? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let me break it down for you. On one side, we have Bandgang, a crew from Detroit's west side. They weren't just rappers, they were also deeply connected to the streets. The group came up hustling on blocks like Strathmore and Mark Twain and built a strong following through their gritty street anthems. They made a name for themselves with hits like First 48 and WDW2, which talked about street life, hustling, and loyalty. But their rise to fame also put them in conflict with other rising rap groups. If we talk about their lineup, their crew was small but tight-knit. Paid Will, Lonnie Bands, Jizzle P, Meso, Biggs, and Rose, names that carried weight in both the booth and the streets. And then on the other side, there's Cashgang, aka FWC, Free World Cashgang. They were the new generation of rappers and were loud, flashy, aggressive, and unapologetic. Unlike Bandgang, who had already built a reputation, Cashgang came in trying to prove themselves. They were known for flexing expensive clothes, luxury cars, and scamming money. They were part of Detroit's scam rap era. Led by FWC Big Key, who some call Big Op, Cashgang had Lil Head, Lick, 24 Lick, Morgue, Mike, and Sticks holding it down. Their music focused on fast money, fraud, and dissing their enemies. And once Cashgang and Bandgang started beefing, things escalated fast. But here is the thing. When two crews this hungry share the same city, it's only a matter of time before things pop off. Their beef traces back to 2015, the year everything changed. The rivalry between these two crews, it started with small arguments and fights, but it got serious after Bandgang was already making noise in Detroit when tragedy struck. One of their own Bandgang, Dada, also known as Two Dots, was gunned down in an alley over what some say was a pair of Cartier buffs. If you're from Detroit, then you know those glasses are more than just shades, but they're status symbols. His death shook the streets, but it was about to get even worse.
How did he pass away?
He got killed. He got shot.
How'd you hear about it?
I was right there.
That's tough.
It's like shit that come with the lifestyle we live. You know what I'm saying?
But what really set things off was when Dex Osama, a rising star in Detroit's rap, mocked Bandgang Dada's death. Although Dex was not part of either crew, but had ties to another group called Choppa Boys. He dropped a diss track mocking Dada's death with the line, "Ride around town, one Choppa, two Glocks, hit him in his head, call him Two Dots." That bar wasn't just disrespect, it was gasoline on an open flame. But Bandgang clapped back with their own diss tracks aimed at Dex Osama. The response came in the form of a diss track by Bandgang affiliates Shred Gang. In this track, they referenced incidents like shooting at Dex Osama's car and knocking his weapon out of his hand, and just when it seemed like things couldn't get any crazier, Dex Osama himself was killed tragically outside Crazy Horse Strip Club after an argument over a woman inside the club. His death didn't end the beef, but it made it worse.
Two people have been shot, one of them fatally outside the Crazy Horse Strip Club. We are told that this started as an argument over a woman. Right now, we can tell you that everything started inside the club and then moved outside where it turned deadly.
Just before the fight, new surveillance video revealed in court shows the moments leading up to the shooting death of Dex Osama. People run out of the Crazy Horse Saloon moments after a shot is fired inside. Then a fight breaks out by the door. Dex is seen with a gun, then fires a shot into the air. Next, a man believed to be 47-year-old Otis Davis fires back into Dex's chest. At least 25 more shots are fired off camera.
Why did you shoot the guy outside the club? I saw him with the gun in his left hand, then he switched it to his right hand.
A statement was also read to the judge with Davis's admission.
Once he switched the gun from his left hand to the right hand, I thought he was about to shoot, so I shot him.
By now, the feud between Cashgang and Bandgang had escalated from diss tracks to violence in the real-life street warfare. On September 23, 2020, Bandgang Jizzle P was ambushed on Detroit's west side while sitting in his Chrysler 3001. The shooter sprayed so many bullets that sparks blinded Jizzle P's mother from seeing the killer's face. No one can imagine witnessing your son get murdered right in front of you.
Heart don't hurt, my soul hurt. My soul hurt. I watched my son die in my face.
How do you even begin to process that? And how did Cashgang react? You won't believe. They laughed about it online. FWC Big Key went live on Instagram, like mocking the death of Jizzle P. The level of disrespect was unreal.
Yeah, wrong. Man, I'm finna go pick up my. Hey, y'all, I done got too many death threats.
But Jizzle P wasn't the only one lost that year for Bandgang. Just months later, Bandgang Paid Will, a cornerstone of the crew, was also found dead, with a gunshot wound to the head, inside a Detroit home. Following Bandgang AJ's killing, Bandgang Javar penned a tribute to Bandgang Paid Will on Instagram, where he spoke about their brotherhood. Another member known as Skinny Lenny was also killed around this time. He was shot and killed in Houston, Texas while driving a Porsche. More haunting, even Lonnie Bands wasn't spared. He got shot in the head but somehow survived. It felt like Bandgang couldn't catch a break while Cashgang kept adding fuel to the fire with diss tracks and social media trolling. As if things weren't chaotic enough, 2021 brought even more drama. FWC Lick dropped Wet Jumper, a song directly mocking Bandgang's dead members. The song sampled Bandgang's own diss track Whack Jumper and turned it into an anthem of disrespect. Lick called out dead Bandgang members by name, laughing at their deaths in his lyrics. But was this the moment where things went too far? Let me know what you think in the comments below. This was a turning point. It took the beef to a new level. The streets were already hot, but this track turned up the temperature even more higher. By 2021, law enforcement was watching closely. With so many murders connected to this feud, the FBI and Detroit police started cracking down on both groups. And then there was FWC Big Key, the self-proclaimed villain of Detroit rap. In March 2021, his apartment got raided by the FBI for illegal firearm possession. They found a loaded Taurus G3 pistol and even used his music videos as evidence against him. And Cashgang affiliates were also caught in pandemic fraud cases, stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars through fake unemployment claims. With so many arrests and deaths, the feud finally started slowing down. But the damage was already done. Where are they now? By mid-2021, it seemed like there was no end in sight for this war. Bandgang had lost most of its original members to either death or jail. FWC Big Key faced serious charges but showed no signs of slowing down. And social media? It became another battleground where both crews traded insults daily. And here's where things get even messier. Rumors started swirling that FWC Lick used to be part of Bandgang before switching sides.